Hey guys, I'm going to do something different today. Actually, I feel I start out all my videos the same way. Might as well expect that I'll do something different, right? I went from music analysis to doing something random. I promise once I'm on winter break I'll do more analysis or find a new niche to be my norm. I had technical difficulties with the video I wanted to release today, which frustrated me. Actually, that video was supposed to be something different too. It's been in production since the beginning of the month, and every time I attempted to record, something goes wrong. Look forward to the video next week, and I hope you enjoyed this one in the meantime. The Society of Music Theory posts their journal quarterly, usually in the last week of March, June, September, and December. In the most recent edition, there was one particular article that caught my eye. I spent the past weekend reading it. The title of the article is A Voice-Based Model for Additive Harmony, and I have included it in the description below. The cool thing about this article is that the paragraphs are numbered, so I will call these paragraphs by their numbers. This video is going to be an article review. I'm going to just talk about my thoughts about it. I wanted it to mimic like a reaction video, but instead of reacting to a movie, I'm going to react to an article. I know it's not exciting, but I'm going to try anyways, okay? The first thing you might be wondering is, what is additive harmony? Google it. There's literally nothing except this article that explains what it is. Actually, I used Bing, but same thing. It's actually just a fancy way of saying extended chords, like ninths or 11ths, or the other one, like say an add ninth chord or add 11th. The first song they analyzed is in G major. A folk cadence would be a D major triad to a G major triad. However, this song uses different chords. It ends on a 7th chord, which is unstable. From what I understand, the additive harmony is similar to polychords. The notes that are on the bass clef are the roots of the movement from 5 to 1 of folk cadence, while the treble clef is playing a C major 7th chord to a B minor triad. What I notice about this chord movement is that if you analyze it in E minor and forget about the roots in the bass clef, you get a deceptive cadence. Let's talk about pitch classes now. It's just a really fancy way of saying enharmonic equivalent. The concepts are fundamentally the same, and that's all you need to know. And another term this article uses is RO, which basically is the number of half steps between the two notes. You're used to listening to a full cadence with all the chord tones in place. You expect it in most songs you listen to. It turns out that there is an anchor structure to this, which are the most important notes in the cadence that are defining notes of the chord. So if you keep the anchor structure, take out the meaning notes, you can add in new notes called the adorning notes. Listening to the new structure will remind the listener of what the full cadence sound like. This is because of the anchor structure. Now let me play both of these. You can use a third anchor note if you want to, but you'll use less adorning tones. Also, avoid the RO interval 1 chords. That's a minor second. However, it has the same pitch class as a minor ninth, which can sound nice in certain cases. I use it a few times when I want to use an extended chord. So what are the applications of this? You can use it in chromaticism, where you land on one chord after a phrase, and then you land on another chord on the next phrase. And a quick thing about chord tones, these chord extensions could be non-chord tones as well. You really need to use context to determine what each note's function is. For example, a note that doesn't belong to the chord could be a passing tone, or it could be an added harmony. Overall, I don't like messing around with additive harmony unless it sounds good. I'm actually surprised they avoid using the RO interval 1 chord, because the ninth is the only extended chord that I use on an irregular basis. I never use the 11th chord or the other one. Yeah, I don't even call it the 13th by its name half the time. They're that pointless, and it shows that I don't really use that much. Plus, it's unlucky. We had one on Friday. Get it? Friday the, you know. It's actually very interesting to look at the examples on Music Theory Online and see how this stuff is used. Reading is not my strength, so I apologize if I misinterpreted anything here. I just thought I'd share some stuff that I picked up on. I've been reading this journal for a while now, and I've been learning at least one new thing on every article I read. I recommend reading an article once a week to expand your knowledge of music theory. You may never use it in composition, but it never hurts to learn some of this stuff. You should read some of the older articles, they're really interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to do more videos on this, but if I get good feedback, maybe I will. I know I didn't have a lot for you today or recently. I've been busy with work and school, and of course I have to hang out with Egg and my other friends, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks, and I'll see you next time, hopefully with a working video.